Welcome to the Edith Letters.
Light red carnations on the tablecloth, and a handwritten letter, oh that's fading hard. It says, to my dearest.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Edith Letter number 10. Hope this is not the first Edith letter that you have clicked on to, because you've missed quite a lot. There is a Edith letter playlist. If you're not familiar with the letters or you think you have missed a couple, just check that playlist. You'll definitely want to have watched the introduction and letter 1 so you understand what is going on. So shall we get on with letter number 10? Now, you guys know that I transcribe the letters into this notebook, and that is because sometimes I may struggle because of the handwriting, the ink, because of the age of the letters. And it is easier to actually read them from my own handwriting than from someone else's. So this letter is dated January 5th, 1926. Well, how does this note reach you? I mean, what sort of mood are you in? I hope you're in a much better one than I am in now. I feel like ending it all. What? Okay, you really don't want to write a letter to a loved one saying, I feel like ending it all. Like, what is he talking about? Nothing but trouble. Well, it is probably just one of those trials which one has in his life. Really, I am so disgusted that I feel it would take me a month to snap out of it. So please don't be peeved if this letter is not what you think is nice, and he has underlined nice. And also don't be angry with me if I am not very entertaining this Friday. I would do my best to be as good as you little darling, term it. That is actually what he has written. I will do my best to be as good as you, comma, you little darling, comma, term it. Sometimes I think you as an angel, but when I think of HR, H period, R period, initials, it is the opposite. For everyone that saw letter number 9, you know exactly who he's talking about. Although we didn't know, we didn't have an R initial last time. We just had the guy's first name, which starts with an H. When I first see this, you know, he's saying, I'm thank you as an angel, but when I think of HR, meaning when he thinks of that other guy, he doesn't even want to say his name or write his name. He's just given him an abbreviation, which pretty well shows his dislike for this guy. I don't suppose you can help it entirely, but oh well, what's the use? We are all entitled to what we, underline twice, call our fun. It does not, I suppose, matter what the other person thinks of it. Say, I have been thinking of what you said up there at the dance a week last Saturday night about that correspondence. It seems to me that if you had been frank, not underline, refined person, you would have turned out to be myself. Does your mother object to our correspondence also? Or was that a promise to friend H, period, that you would not keep it up? If either one of these cases are true, why I shall ask your pardon for my undue intrusion upon your affairs. This is very hard for me to think about. You may not think so, but you probably don't understand what I mean. I do not want you to get into trouble at home on my account. Please be frank and tell me how things stand. On to page 3. You tell me that you do love me. What kind of love is it? Just a friendly love or a real honest to goodness sweetheart love? Sweetheart, tell me it is the last. Please do. Don't say maybe yes and maybe no. No, I am not going to practice tonight. I don't feel at all well, so decided to let it go anyway. I think I had enough last night. Remember, guys, he plays basketball. I practiced from 7:30 to 11:15, so I think that is enough till Thursday, don't you? That picture you drew on your letter does look like you. But how can you expect to do anything else but drop your books if you don't use any more system than in piling them up on your arm? And then do you have to walk into all those puddles? Okay, he lost me. Like, if it was a different paragraph, maybe, like he's addressing that it was a great picture she drew, but then the very next sentence in the same paragraph talks about her dropping her books because she's carrying them in her arms in a pile and doesn't have a better system of carrying them, and she's walking through puddles. Not quite sure what's happening there. Page number 4. Since when do you spell pain, P-A-I-N-E, for pain, P-A-Y-N-E, and why should I pay you? You haven't sold me anything yet that I know of, but I hope you will soon. How much do you want for yourself? Underline. So he's trying to be cute, like, are you willing to sell yourself? Okay, Dana. Okay. You say that independence does not get you anywhere. Well, Chuck is more independent than I, and I think he can really say that he has a sweetheart. I'm independent, but not enough, because although I may say I have a sweetheart in you, underlined, I'm not sure of it. At least not so sure as I should like to be. Well, you are my sweetheart anyway, aren't you? Say yes. He is always asking her to say that she is his sweetheart. Say, do you know that I feel better already for a fact? Maybe I will be all Jake by tomorrow, p.m., when I hope to see. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I did not know what he meant by maybe I'll be Jake by tomorrow. When I was transcribing, I kept looking at the word. I'm like, is he trying to write something else? Is it really Jake? But it is. I looked it up, and it is slang for okay. I've never heard it used in my time like that. If you have, please comment below. Maybe it was just something slang they used back then and it finally faded out. I would love to know, like, how, I want to say how old you are, but if you have used it or have heard of it used as okay, let me know a time frame so I know, like, maybe it did fizzle out. You know, maybe it fizzled out in the 40s. Maybe it fizzled out in the 60s. Let me know if you've ever heard it before. When I get through with this, I think I shall study a while, then retire. Probably a little rest will fix me up. Well, anyway, I hope I'm feeling on Friday night as I did last night. All will be hotsy-totsy then. Oh, yes. Let's insert a picture where he wrote hotsy-totsy. I hope that you feel well too. But now, if you should not be so, tell me so that I know what to expect. My mother has some company, so imagine me trying to write a letter. Yes, both of those were underlined. Well, if it doesn't suit you, say so. No, it wasn't from too much smoke today, so tell you the truth about how much I have smoked since I left you Sunday night. 4 pipe bowls full and 1 cigar. No cigarettes at all. So obviously she's been on him about smoking. Not so bad. I say not. Oh, I think I will quit altogether pretty soon. Then you won't get a chance to give me that reason for me being a crab box. I love it. I'm going to start using, instead of crabby, I'm going to say, you're a crab box. Stop being a crab box. That's kind of cool. I've never heard that before. Page number 6. I think I had better close before I get too boring again, underlined. I sure must be an awful boresome creature to your estimation. Why not admit it? If you think you want to break any promises which you have probably made, I shall be very glad to hear from you soon. But don't keep me waiting as long as you did this last time, please. Please write soon and call me sweetheart. I'll close now in hopes of having seen you before you read this. Probably you will never read this far, but if you do, here is my love for you as ever. And he wrote 36 X's. Yes, I counted 36 X's. And right underneath that, he says, call me sweetheart Friday night, won't you please? Again, we know that he's always asking her to call him sweetheart, not just for him to be able to call her sweetheart, but he wants to hear that too. And then he has a PS. Do you still pray as I told you to do? I do. Keep it up, please. So that's interesting. That we find out that maybe he is a little more religious than she is, that maybe praying is not something she normally does or didn't used to do, and he's asked her to please take that up and please keep going on the praying because he prays. So I'd love to hear what you think about their relationship and how it is going. We know there's still a little bit of tension about this other guy that we've heard about in a couple letters. We also know that her mother does not approve of them seeing each other, and now he's wondering, does she even approve of them writing each other? So lots more letters to come, whole box full, and I know you guys want to know what happened in their relationship. Do they stay together? Well, that is all coming. So subscribe, hit the bell notification button so you don't miss any letters. And until the next letter.